So this story begins in 1991. A corn factory is shown, and in front of it lies a huge cornfield. Inside the factory, a group of kids were partying. During the party, a girl finds a jack-in-the-box. As soon as she winds it up, the clown pops out. Startled, she throws it away and runs into the cornfield. When her friend follows her, he's shocked to see that she's covered in blood and vomiting it. As he tries to get out of the field, a clown suddenly appears from behind and stabs him right in the stomach with an axe, killing him instantly and then hangs him above the cornfield. After the scene cuts, we jump ahead about a year. A girl named Queen has moved into this town with her dad, hoping to start a new life. Queen's mother had died of a drug overdose, so they left their old house and the memories tied to it. Their new house seemed nice, but right across from it stood a massive corn factory that had burned down. Seeing it shocks Queen and her mood turns uneasy. Still, she has to go to school. She thinks about telling her dad that a boy named Ron had stopped by their house. Ron was their neighbor, and he'd only come to say that if they ever needed anything, they shouldn't hesitate to ask. Queen's dad then asks Ron to show her the way to school. It turns out Ron goes to the same school. On their way there, Ron explains that the town's corn factory burned down last month, which caused a huge loss for everyone because the town depends heavily on the cornfields for income. While they're talking, a car speeds past them. Ron points out that it's Cole and his gang of spoiled kids from both the school and the town, warning Queen to stay away from them. When Queen arrives at class, she discovers she's actually in the same class as Cole. That day, Cole and his friends had made silly posters mocking the teacher. They even stuck them on everyone's assignments to humiliate him. Furious, the teacher punishes the whole class. And unfortunately, Queen, who was brand new, has to suffer the same punishment on her very first day. After class, Queen asks them why they treated the teacher like that. Then Queen says, "We don't want to make fun of any teacher, but this teacher keeps bothering us students for no reason. That's why we teased him back." Now Queen asks when the spring celebration will happen there, saying she's heard a lot about the town's festival. Cole explains, "It was all started by my dad, who's the mayor here. Just a few days from now, Spring Day is coming, and on that day, everyone dresses up like clowns and eats food made from corn." Then Cole's friend shows him a YouTube video he made. It was a fake video he had recorded on Spring Day, where one of his friends acted terrified because a clown was chasing him. In the end, the clown catches him and kills him. That video got him 65,000 subscribers. Cole's friend says, "Since that day, we pull off horror pranks on people during Spring Day and post them on YouTube. Those videos always go viral." Later, when Queen is with her dad in the cafe, she also shows him those videos. Queen notices something strange. The elders in this town don't seem to like the younger people much. Even the hotel owner speaks politely to her dad but doesn't treat him well. After some time, the chef comes over to Queen's dad and warns him not to let Queen hang around Cole and his group because they're troublemakers. But Queen was supposed to go party with them, so she lied to her dad, saying she's going with her neighbor Ron since morning. They all go to the corn factory to party. Queen tells them, "The sheriff was telling my dad that you guys are running this factory." Cole replies, "That's not true. We just come here to party. That's why people think that." Then one boy from their group goes to the bathroom. When he comes back, he's badly injured, shot, and covered in blood. Seeing this, Queen panics. Before she can run away, another one of Cole's friends jumps out and tries to scare her. She's terrified, but then Allie tells her that it was all just a prank and they were recording a video of her. This joke had gotten pretty serious, so Cole also apologized to Queen. But Queen told him to just keep the mood light, that it didn't matter. Their conversation went on, and Queen told Cole about her mother's death. Cole was really upset to hear this because his own sister had died the same way, due to a drug overdose. Later, when Queen came back home, her dad was furious with her for being with Cole, since she had been forbidden to hang out with him. It had already become a problem at school too. Queen had even hidden that from her dad, but he found out from a call with the principal. After getting scolded really badly, she went upstairs and started crying. Then Cole's friend sent her a video of his prank. and while watching it, she noticed something strange. When the boy dressed up as a clown for the prank, there was an actual clown standing behind him. She told Cole's friend about it, but even he was confused after seeing it. Then, suddenly, the doorbell rang at his house. When he looked outside, no one was there, but he did find a gift box. When he opened it, a clown jumped out, and the next moment the real clown appeared too. Before he could even react, the clown came up from behind and stabbed him in the neck from underneath. Then he killed him brutally by stomping on him. The next morning, we see Cole being scolded by his father, who was the town mayor, over school issues. Cole argued that the teacher wasn't good with them either. But the mayor explained to his son that the teacher's brother had died in the coin factory fire, so his bitter behavior wasn't such a big deal. But Cole's mistakes were. Hearing this, Cole stormed off angrily. That day was also the Spring Day celebration. Everyone came well prepared, and Queen was super excited. She wanted to record everything on video. That's why Cole lifted her up onto his shoulders, while the rest of his friends went off to film other things. A parade was being held for the celebration, and in it was a giant clown holding a piece of corn. There was also a small model of a corn factory, along with displays of cornfields. A boy, dressed as a clown, was performing tricks there. By mistake, a bomb fell inside the cornfield, and a fire broke out. Everything started collapsing, and the giant clown also died. The whole structure fell apart, causing chaos and a stampede. The mayor got furious, even though Cole and his friends weren't at fault. Still, the police arrested them and threw them in jail, thinking it was the kids' mischief. Queen ended up in jail the very next day after moving to this city. At that moment, her father came to bail her out and was furious at her for getting arrested. He wouldn't even listen to her explanation and blamed her. Kuhn's father had also brought a car for her, but because of the jail incident, he told him, "I'll give you this car later." Meanwhile, at another house, we see another member of Cole's group working out. Suddenly, the clown appeared behind him and slipped a blade beneath his weights. The boy could lift the weight normally, but when he tried putting it back on the rack, the clown held his hands down, and the blade came crashing down on him, cutting into his body. He died on the spot. That night, Queen received a message from Cole. He had come to take her out. Queen was scared of her dad, but Cole told her not to worry, that he'd bring her back by morning. Relieved, she decided to go party with Cole. On the way, they ran into Queen's neighbor Ron, who was returning from hunting. Cole invited him to the party, and Ron said he'd come after dinner. When they reached the party, Queen was having a great time. Almost all the kids from their gang were there, except 2 members who were missing. They noticed their absence, but assumed they must be busy with something. Nobody bothered to call and check whether they were okay, or even alive. Then suddenly, while the girls in Queen and Cole's group were talking, a blood-soaked injured girl staggered out of the fields and collapsed, dead. Right after that, someone threw the severed head of their friend, the one who had been working out, near them. Iqbal was killed by a clown. The people around didn't take it seriously because they thought the girl was just pulling a prank and that the head was fake. But when Queen went closer and checked the girl's breathing, she realized she was actually dead. The girl holding the head panicked and dropped it, and suddenly chaos broke out. That's when a clown came out of the field. Everyone realized this was the clown who had been killing people. He was holding a bow and arrow, and with it, he shot a girl in the head, killing her too. Panic spread, and people started running everywhere. The kids quickly locked up the house where the party was happening so the clown couldn't get in. Now only Queen was left outside, with the clown coming after her. Luckily, Ron showed up with his shotgun and killed the clown by shooting him. When the clown died, everyone felt a bit relieved, but the nightmare wasn't over. Right after he fell, 8 to 10 more clowns came out of the same field. Seeing them, everyone panicked again. Ron fired at one of the clowns, blasting off his hand, and then everyone ran to a storeroom and locked themselves inside. Meanwhile, Queen's dad had gone to her room. That morning, he had scolded her harshly, and now he was realizing his mistake. He apologized to Queen. They were about to talk about money when they noticed Queen wasn't in bed. which made them furious again. They decided to go into the city to search for her. Back in the storeroom, the kids felt a little safer since Ron had a shotgun. But then Ron delivered some bad news. He only had 3 bullets left. The fear in the room grew heavier. Soon, 2 clowns found the storeroom and forced their way inside. Before one of them could attack, Ron quickly fired and killed both clowns. Here, Cole starts scolding him because he could have fought those 2, so why did Ron waste 2 bullets for nothing? From their argument, everyone realizes that Ron and Cole used to be very good friends, but for some reason, their friendship turned into rivalry. Anyway, now they start looking for a way to escape from the clowns in the store. They find 2 gas cylinders there, while on the other side, we see Queen's dad walking past his clinic. When he passed by, he noticed the clinic's doors open and the lights still on. When he went inside, a clown appeared and grabbed Queen's dad, forcing him to treat one of his companions whose hand had been completely cut off. It was a police case, and the clown told him, "Your kids did this. If you don't treat him, I'll kill you." Queen's dad was forced to stay. Meanwhile, the kids came up with a new plan using a syringe to protect themselves. Drone planned that Gall would lead the girls out through that way, while Drone would open the gas cylinder and blow it up. The plan worked. Drone opened the cylinder, tossed a lighter in, and quickly ran into the tunnel. The clowns chasing them inside the store were badly injured in the blast, and the kids finally felt some relief and decided to go home. But just then, the sheriff showed up, stopped them, and arrested Ron after spotting the shotgun in his hands. Even though they tried over and over to explain that killer clowns were after them and they were only defending themselves, the sheriff wouldn't listen. He arrested the boys and took them away, leaving the girls behind. Now the girls needed a car to get home, but the car was still at the party house. To reach it, they decided to sneak through the cornfield. Unfortunately, their bad luck struck again. Many clowns were already waiting there and started chasing them into the field. Thinking quickly, Queen told everyone to crouch down and hide so the clowns couldn't spot their movements. The girls almost screamed in fear, but one of them quickly covered their mouths to stay quiet. Even then, their lips trembled as they tried to hold it in. Suddenly, a clown crept up from behind, clamped his hand over one of their mouths too, and they were terrified. In her panic, Queen struck the clown in the face with a strong kunai, and the 3 of them managed to escape. They were running along the road when suddenly another clown caught one of their friends and beat her so badly that her blood splattered onto another girl's face. Screaming, they ran out of the field. In desperation to save themselves, they rushed into a nearby house that happened to be open. Upstairs, they found a phone, but it wasn't working. While they were thinking about calling for help, they noticed that the house was very strange. The walls were covered with pictures of clowns and clippings showing how the clowns murdered people. And now, there were even pictures of Cole's entire group, which meant the clowns had targeted them specifically. The clown they had always read about in the news wasn't just one person. There were several of them. They also found a jack-in-the-box, and when they opened it, a clown popped out as usual. But right then, another real clown appeared and stabbed Queen's friend in the stomach with a knife. Before he could attack Queen, she acted quickly. Queen pulled the knife out of her friend's stomach and used it to stab the clown, killing him. Meanwhile, in the hospital, Queen's father was shown treating a clown. He pretended to give him painkillers and asked another clown standing nearby to help. When that clown bent down to assist, Queen's father secretly grabbed a pair of scissors and stabbed him in the neck. As he was dying, the clown told him, "The same thing you're doing to us, your daughter is doing to our people in the cornfield." Hearing this, Queen's father realized that Queen was in serious danger. When Queen came outside, she found a car and tried to escape, but she was surrounded by clowns. They all caught her and locked her inside a storeroom. Then, one clown took off his mask, revealing himself to be none other than the sheriff. One by one, the other clowns also removed their masks. Shockingly, they were all respected members of the town. Some of them were cafe owners, and some were mall owners. Queen asked them, "Why are you killing the people of your own town?" Your job is to protect them." Hearing this, the leader of the clowns appeared from above and said, "No, this is our spring day tradition." Queen recognized him and said, "He's none other than the mayor of the city." The mayor then started mocking Queen and said, "Actually, you kids give us a lot of trouble. You don't listen to us, and that causes us huge losses. That's why we created this tradition. Every spring day, we kill the children who cause problems for us, and this time, Cole's group caused the most trouble." Then Queen saw that Cole was hanging. Luckily, there was a platform under his feet that was keeping him alive. Queen was shocked and asked, "How can you do this to your own son?" The mayor replied, "Because of this boy, I lost my daughter. He knew she was getting addicted to drugs but never told me, and that's how she died. Yes, I admit we sometimes take advantage of you kids too. Like when I needed the insurance money from that coin factory, I burned it down myself last month and blamed it on you." Hearing this, Cole was stunned that his own father did something so terrible and pinned the blame on him. He shouted at his dad, "You're the ones who are wrong. You're the ones who should die." Laughing, the mayor started clapping and ordered everyone to be killed. But just before he could shoot Queen, a car came speeding in. Joe Cole was driving recklessly. He knocked away the platform under Cole's feet, jumped on two clowns, and killed them. It turned out it was Queen's dad who had arrived and started fighting the clowns. A big fight broke out between the clowns and Queen's dad, while Queen managed to free herself and joined in to help him. The sheriff, who was about to kill Queen's dad, got distracted by Queen and ran off. While searching for her, the sheriff came into a room filled with clown costumes. He spots Queen's shoes under one of the clowns and attacks him, but it turns out to be a trap set by Queen. She was actually standing on the other side and had put her shoes on another clown to lure the sheriff in. As soon as the sheriff sees her behind him, he yells, and Queen takes advantage of the moment. She shoves a taser into his mouth, shocking him to death instantly. Outside, Sheriff Ron gets out of the car. He shoots the rope that was holding Cole, knocking him free and saving him. By now, they had taken down all the clowns. Queen runs to her dad and hugs him tightly, both of them finally breathing a sigh of relief. They spot a car parked outside and decide to escape. Queen gets into the driver's seat, but she suddenly remembers she doesn't know how to drive. Her dad calms her down and quickly teaches her. Just as they're about to leave, the last clown, the mayor, appears in front of them holding a chain, ready to kill. But Queen slams her foot on the accelerator, running him over and killing him. They survive and head toward the city. Everything returns to normal. In the post-credit scene, a year later, Queen's dad is shown becoming the new mayor of the city, while Queen prepares to leave for another city for her studies. Ron and Cole show up to say goodbye, giving her a taser for protection. Queen then drives off on her own. On the way, she finds a clown box inside her car, but she throws it out the window, and that's where the movie ends. Let me know your thoughts. Subscribe to this channel for more horror stories like this.